It seems like he would be bog standard, but he's not. He's rewarded too much for parries, and that's not a fault. I phrased that like it was a fault. He's rewarded just the right amount for parries, i.e. quite a lot. He's not a super interesting character until you really get into the parry into follow-up kind of nonsense, and then he gets to be really interesting. Because he just gets a ton. Even like low forward Tatsu gets a pretty good amount of damage. But if you're doing like close fierce or crouch fierce into EX axe kick, nice. That's powerful, that hurts. I feel like with BlazBlue Central Fiction, I only care. That was a headbutt, he saw it. Yeah, and then the delay on the release. That's a good mix up. I feel like I can only care about certain characters. I don't even dislike Rachel. But when I see Rachel in BlazBlue, I fall asleep. I don't know why. I think Rachel's a pretty cool character. And yet when I'm watching competitive footage with Rachel, I'm just like, whoop. It looks like it's a little bit unsynced. All the Crota footage is strangely shitty. And it's like that for like half the cast. I think Arachna is kind of cool. I saw too much Kokonoha back when she was busted, and now whenever I see her, I still feel like I hate her even though she's not busted anymore. I don't really like, what's his face? The one that's not Hazama. The other one. Terumi. I don't really like him either. Certain characters I'm real into. When I see certain characters being played, I'm like, hell yeah, this is cool. And then other characters, I'm just like, eh. I quite like, I get hype as fuck whenever, Hakumen is on the screen. I quite like, Tager. I think, Taukaka's pretty cool. I like, Bullet. It's really neat. Platinum is real cool. I really like Mew. What's her face? The one that's not Izuyoi. Izuyoi's cool. And actually Tsubaki is cool too. Makoto's quite cool. Oh, my bad. Even my pawn, huh? Prepare to strike now. That was a good punish. Where's the confirm? I guess he was just gonna go into, yeah. Tension on block. Izuyoi has that, she's got that Darkstalker's forward dash. When she's in her fucking open awakened form or whatever. That shit is mad good. Arachna is okay. What's the bitch with the tits and the stick? Chinese. Lychee. I don't like her very much. Whenever I watch Lychee, it's usually pretty boring. I like her tools on paper, but whenever I'm actually watching a match, I'm just like, eh. Oh, nice parry. I don't think I've ever seen anyone playing S. Like, ever. Maybe once. Not in a tournament setting. Susano is kind of cool. At first I was like, how could anyone even play this? But people go through very, very, like, specific combo routes to make them actually function. The taunt? Was that from mashing? I think twins beat. I don't know about twins. No, probably both twins. Probably beat Shadows just a little bit, a little smidge. I don't know about that actually. It's hard to say. Probably pretty balanced. Shadows versus twins. Ken probably beats Yang, to be honest. Ryu versus Yang is probably pretty fair. Yang versus Akuma is probably pretty fair. Yun versus Akuma is probably pretty fair. Yun versus Ryu, I don't know. Probably pretty balanced. People like to say the top tiers in this game are like a rock, paper, scissors because Yun beats Chun-Li and Chun-Li beats Ken. But to be 100% honest, Ken doesn't even beat Yun. It's like fair. And also, to be 100% honest, Chun-Li might actually not lose to Yun. A lot of the best players in the world are saying that nowadays. Yeah, like Chun-Li versus Yun is actually good for Chun-Li. Or maybe not good for Chun-Li, but fair. Kuroda says that Chun beats Yun. He had an interview where he said that. I don't know if I'd call it an interview. But he's gone on record to say that. Wow. That would be a hard parry. Well, not a hard parry, but like, that would be a weird parry. That killed? Jesus, Yun's health. Are you ready? Go. I didn't think he was a Denjin away from dying. Yun is really weak, honestly. Both in terms of damage dealt and HP. Like, it's not too bad. He's still a really strong character. But golly, he's weak. Huh. He might have been able to get under that with a shoulder, but he definitely could have parried it. I think Venom is very hyped to watch, and I'm not even super into GG. But Venom is really, really cool. Very tactical character. Very showy. Very flashy character. Some pretty good Gane defense. I like Axel a lot. I think if I played Guilty Gear, I'd probably play Axel. Kuroda's main would perhaps be Q. Perhaps. Yeah, Kuroda's entire game plan is completely different from every other player. How good you are at parries affects the way you can play this game. True fact. That did a lot too. Reach is strong. That was wake up hard DP on an opponent who's not very close to you. That was pretty desperate. Kuroda plays, I think, there was a quote where Kuroda supposedly plays all but 3 characters. And the 3 characters he doesn't play because he thinks they break the game. And I actually don't know who the 3 characters are. But it's not just like Yun, Chun-Li, Ken or anything. Because he does play Ken. And I think he plays Yun. I'm pretty sure he plays Makoto too. I think Chun-Li is one of the 3 characters he refuses to play. But I don't know who the other 2 are. I think Yang might be one of them too, but I don't know who the hell. I'm not even sure of that. Being too busted and destroying the fun of the game are two different things, I guess. Nice red. Block low into high parry is very strong against Ken if your timing is perfect. Technically it's block low, high parry, watch for overheads, because Ken's overhead is reactable, although it's very fast. So you block high, and then red parry if it's the overhead. Block low if it's the TC or the low short, low jab, then either way, forward red parry will work. These are probably not recent at all. Aha! 30th September 2007. They are over 10 years old. Yeah, blocking the second hit makes you deal with the fireball faster, and also makes it so you're more immune to mix-ups, because you can't get thrown out of block stun. I don't know if it's really better than just parrying both hits, but it's not useless. There is something to it. That was a cross-up. That's pretty cool. I've never seen that setup. That was probably safe. Or at least punishable only by very minor things. Urian really hates Shoto Tatsu. Ryu's is like the least bad, but it's still bad. Ryu's is often unsafe. Ken and Akuma, I think, are safe if you block them. And Urian is forced to block them because he's tall. Ryu has the highest Tatsu in this game. I don't know who has the lowest one. It's probably Akuma, I guess.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Yes, the audio in this video is a little bit out of sync. Ironically, Ryu's Tatsu is probably the best of all the Shoto Tatsus. Okay, it's probably Akuma's. That was actually an unsafe Denshin, and if it was punished properly, then he would have gotten a lot of that stun back. The jump back roundhouse was going to work against almost everything that Urian could do there. Dash and throw and whatnot. That's kind of cool, finding that very specific spacing and then doing jump back button whatever you see. That's like that's cosmic level 3rd strike right there. That's like such a weird thing to be your way of winning. Ryu's jump roundhouse instant overhead I think is an instant overhead on Urian. Instant overheads are not as big of a thing in this game against most characters. As they are in other Street Fighters. But they're there. That was a punish. That was overzealous of the Leon. Dash punch is usually not that good. It's only good at catching people backdashing. It's unsafe on block. Even in Gane. Even if they only throw punish you, that wastes like your whole Gane time.
Are you ready? Go.
I've still got that Hyper SF2 video somewhere, we could watch it. Hyper SF2 dash.
Are you ready? Go.
Good lord, he takes a throw there. How can you possibly have good defense against an approaching Gane Yan? That doesn't seem like a thing. It's too mathematical. He hasn't figured it out too hard. birthday. You know what that means, right?
You win.
I can do a quick Cynic. I will make it a good one, though. Well, let me get this in a place where it can be seen. That's actually probably good. Alright. First of all, Sonic is blue. And he's approximately round. And then he's got legs. So let's draw some legs. And then he's got, let me think, hold on, how does Sonic look again? He's got eyeballs. 2 eyeballs. And I think both of those eyeballs have pupils. But they're actually connected. His eyes are connected. And then he looks really confident. And then he's got arms and legs. I already did the legs. And he's got some spines. Let's add some spines. There we go. That looks pretty good. That's good enough. Alright, let me put this on MJuice so you can download it. There you go. Alright, where were we?
Now, find a new rival. Welcome to the world of Street Fighter 3. I got prepare for battle. Are you ready? Go!
Oh, I didn't draw speed lines. Sonic is actually not moving. I could make like a gallery of all the Sonics I've ever drawn. I've got them all. I think people would probably enjoy that. See my artistic evolution over the years. Being almost stunned is genuinely worse than being stunned. He had a juggle there. He still had 3 JP. He could have styled a little bit. I should make a website. Then I could just host all my important shit on that website. And then I can put Flash games there when I start making Flash games.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Being almost stunned also means that Ryu has potential to build a bar while trying to stun you. Also, Denshin doesn't knock down, so Ryu doesn't always get a full jump-in combo off of a Denshin. But if he stuns you in some other way, he often gets a full Denshin. See that? He dashed in. That was for safety. If you jump in, they can potentially shake out. I'll make it like the Space Jam website. I'll have that dancing baby gif. Maybe skeletons playing trumpets. And that little fire thing. You know that little fire gif. And the first 4 words will be welcome to my page. What other things could I have? Remember when everyone had like a GeoCities and they were all like making stupid shit?
Now, find a new rival. Welcome to the world of
I don't know what you mean. All the stuns are exactly the same, except the amount of time that you reel. So you're saying if you get certain stuns, then you've got enough time to jump in? Because that's probably true. Skulls are the longest, I think, so if you see skulls, I guess you can hold up forward. You can shake out a stun really fast in this game, though. Faster than most people realize. You gotta react to which one it is really fast, though. Remember aim buddy icons? Remember everyone having that fucking Goofy hiding behind the shield? And that Sephiroth holding his sword towards you? That was a very bad fireball. It's gonna punish. Yeah. That like used up the whole grenade time. He still got a pretty good amount out of it. This is winnable. Wow, fucking he got hit by that cross-up dive kick.
Are you ready? Go.
Stuns and the mechanic of mashing out of stuns is so archaic. I like Dizzy as a mechanic. But if it were up to me, I would make it so Dizzy lasts almost no time at all. And I would make it so mashing doesn't make it faster. I'd make it so you're only Dizzy for like 1 second. I do that.
Are you ready? Go.
Alright, fuck Ryu. How about some Crota Hugo? That's actually the start of the video, by the way. Like, that was the first second of the video. It just starts midway through this. Crota's Hugo's one of his best characters, to be honest. Because parries are very nutty. And because Hugo has big boy normals. And Crota knows how to use them. Hugo's normals are pretty good. But the ones that are really effective aren't very strong and also aren't very combo friendly. Also, he's got most of the game's shittiest normals, but you can just ignore them, you can just pretend they don't exist. It's like his jump strong is a pretty good jump strong, and his jump fierce is a pretty good jump fierce. Jump down fierce is really good too. But then you look at shit like Stam Roundhouse and fucking crouch fierce, and it's like, wow, that's really shitty. Yep. It's like 1 or 2. Where you can skip the score.
Now, find a new rival. Welcome to the world of Street Fighter 3. Well, I got the picture. Into the heat of battle.
This game has a lot of cute quirks. Any game I make, I'm gonna try and cram it with cute quirks. There's a lot of roles that only exist for one thing, or one character, like Yang's White Cat. No one else has anything happen when they get repeated wins. Could have gotten a meaner punish. It's caught off guard by that. I mean, it's not every day that Yang uses that move at all.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Whoa. That was a pretty wild 720. That was so much on Yang health. Web Museum. So this is like a link to all of them, or a lot of them rather.
Fighters ready. Engage.
This is a pretty cool little mechanic. They should make some other, like, little mechanics like that. They should make it so if you throw too many fireballs in a row, your hands get hot. And then your punches do more damage. Genius, right? I'm gonna start museums are a bunch of trash. Good defense.
You win. Now, find a new
Alright, I'm already tired of Grota. Let's just watch regularized footage.
Go.
Rurio. Fuji Ken. This is a ranking battle. God, I haven't seen one of these in forever. That's some nice desynced footage right there. That's actually very annoying. I could probably manually sync this up with one of them websites that resyncs. So you can make it so like the video plays like slightly before the sound or whatever. Okay, now it's looking a little better, maybe?
Fighters ready. Engage.
This is looking pretty synced now. Walk back into forward parry. That was probably a punish. There's quite a lot of landing recovery on a parry dive kick. Good memory serves. It's weird that dive kicks would be strong in a game with parry. Zombo, welcome to ZomboCom. You can do anything at ZomboCom. The only limit is yourself. Love that ender. It's my favorite ender. Oh, where's the super? That was definitely a good super to go for. Okay, there we go. I wasted the whole Gane time. Cannot quick stand a super. His position is kind of shit for Ken, but he can... Okay, never mind. I was going to say he can still win. That was really bad EX Tatsu. The EX Tatsu was already a desperation move there. Ibu. The first two characters of Ibuki. Good name. What ender is that? Into the crush roundhouse TC? That's the first time I've seen that in competitive footage in fucking forever. Wow. Got him. I think that super is a 2-frame grab. It might be a 1-frame grab. There's 3 grab supers, and I like where I think they're 2-frame, and I know that one of them is a 1-frame, but I don't remember which one. Necros is 2-frame, I think. Alex's is 2-frame, I think. Ibuki's might be 1-frame. This is the new this end upload.
Alright, that's cool. Final round. Go.
Hi, Ominous. Super 2. I thought he was going to do it there. Yun jumped out of fear. If you get a parry, that super is good. Damn, he died. Why'd the Ibuki stay on? Damn, a lucid dream. What a shitty punish. He tried to do jab strong fierce and got the fucking jab in the fierce and not the strong. You don't always get a punish there. Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't like his angle. It looks really cool to get that parry, but it's actually kind of unrewarding. It probably shouldn't be like that. Ken's entire jumping EX Tatsu is pretty busted. I do like that his jumping EX Tatsu is actually a good attack in Street Fighter V. I like the overhaul a lot. It keeps the functionality, but it makes it more fair. It's maybe a bit underpowered right now, but I don't know. Dive kicks are pretty nasty in Street Fighter V. I kind of liked it when I just, you know, knocked over. It still knocks over. If you're not in V-trigger. Call your Heart Gold rival Malingo, but backwards. Ognilam. Alright, that's looking more and more like an actual one-frame grab. The way that it keeps working when the opponent doesn't look committed. I guess Ibuki's is the one where it's actually one frame. It's kind of weird that more people don't use it. I never see a Super 2 Ibuki. I often see Super 1 and Super 3 Ibuki. 3 used to be more popular than it is. Nowadays, I see it about as often as 2, i.e. not at all. But back in the day, it used to be like maybe 20–30% of Ibukis. Oof, that's a really painful starter to eat. Young can make your life miserable with that starter. That was a very baby easy combo, and that still did half of Ken's health. And that's Ken's health. Jesus. Yen is nasty. Oh no. This hurts too. This should go. I think. It didn't. He did a very baby ender. Today I had a chance to buy a Bismarck. Custard-filled Bismarck. And I nearly did it. And then I chose not to. And now I'm just sitting here thinking, man, custard-filled Bismarck sounds pretty good right now. I don't know if all Bismarcks have custard in them. The absolute easiest way to do Grenadian juggles is probably with like light dash punches and stuff. And then it's probably repeated close medium kicks, and then it's probably repeated medium shoulders. All of those are really easy. It's hard to say which one's the easiest. That probably could have been air throw. That cross-up is hard to parry, so you have to block it, usually. And after you block it, Ken gets a nice mix-up with his, you know, frame advantage. Low short versus delayed TC maybe. I doubt he'd usually go for an overhead. Throw is an option. That's an invincible DP, but it doesn't knock down. So the opponent can then immediately parry you on your way down, which is kind of annoying. But even if you get parried, you're not necessarily punishable. Also, you don't have to attack coming down, so you can parry on the way down. But, you know, it just kind of... It works, but then it puts you in a bad situation. So it's kind of awkward. Are you talking about Second Impact and New Generation? Because yes. And actually, Yang had Genei-Jin in both of those. Saiyambu was changed for Third Strike. Like, it was called Saiyambu even back then, but it was functionally very similar to Genei-Jin. In Second Impact, Yang had a different third swipe animation, I think, for his Rekos. And in New Generation, he didn't even have Rekkas. Ganesian combos used to be much more busted than they are now. Also, I think Ganesian and footsies used to be weaker than it is now, amusingly. Yen kind of crept his way to top tier, to be honest.
Are you ready? Go.
The balance got way better over the course of New Generation to Second Impact to Third Strike. Nowadays, it's like, wow, I can't believe they didn't catch this. But honestly, like, you should see what they did catch. Because New Generation and Second Impact are really stupid. Which is why people don't play them. Dudley had a 2-button infinite. That wasn't an infinite because it pushed back, but you could, like, do a shit ton of damage. You had 2 Denjins. Sean had 3 Super 2s and 2 Super 3s. Kuma's dive kick was completely stupid. Massive frame advantage even on parry.
Are you ready? Go.
Ibuki had a very, very, very retarded super. If Ibuki threw you, and I forget who, I think if you teched after she threw, then she could do an immediate super and it would punish your throw tech. It was like something like that. It might have been corner only. And then she can jump cancel that super. This is a cute little fact that I like to bring up in this scenario. Ken received almost no changes. Parries are okay in Second Impact, I think. They're like busted in New Generation. Ken received almost no changes from New Generation to Second Impact to Third Strike. He was a nearly unchanged character. And Ken went from mid-tier in New Generation to high tier in Second Impact to top tier in Third Strike. And it's not that he got better, it's just that everyone else got smoothed out who was better than him. Ken slowly became the how do you say, the thing that was sticking out the most busted thing. Fighting game balance by Capcom Games has been like way better, like every new game, to be honest. The balance of Street Fighter 3 is way better than 2. The balance of 4 is way better than 3. And to be 100% honest, the balance of 5 was way better than 4. Or at least the early versions of 5 compared to the early versions of 4. Balance is getting better and better and better. That's true with their side projects too. If you look at the balance of like TBC or like MBC3 compared to previous Marvels. Or Infinite compared to them. If you look at Cross Tekken versus, I don't know. CBS2. Capcom's gotten a lot better at balancing than they used to be. Talking about balance, shit. I didn't say shit about presentation or game feel. There's like a ridiculous number of people who don't think models can ever look as good as sprites anyway. I'm maybe one of them. So I don't know if any modern Street Fighter will ever look as good as the old ones to me. Google.com is a good safe-ish website for ROMs. I've been downloading ROMs off the internet for like 15 years now, and I don't think I've ever gotten a virus from anything ROM related ever. I don't know why like ROMs have this big perception of being dangerous. Just click the right download link and you'll be fine.
Go. Let's go.
Ah, good shit, Joe. Does that website have forward strike on it? Ah. It hit him. That's kind of neat. He predicted and he still got hit. Ibuki's light DP is airborne frame 1, which means you can use it to escape a lot of stuff. I think it might also be low invincible, but I don't know that for sure. But she takes flips out if she gets hit. It's definitely kind of hard to track down the Forward Strike ROM. Forward Strike is like really hard to find now compared to Forward Strike Arranged Edition. In fact, it was like off of YouTube and off of like the internet for a little while, and then what's his face? There was a guy who made TAS playthroughs of Third Strike who still had the ROM, and he put it up for everyone. But like there was a guy like looking for that ROM who like went to my channel and asked, and then he went to that guy as well. Alex, whatever, I forget what it is. I'm subscribed to him. I think he's got some pretty cool little videos. Yeah, probably has the actual fucking magical drop 3. Or whatever. There's like a Forward Strike room, isn't there? Man, Super 2 Ibuki is pretty delightful. So if he loses here, this Yun might rank down. But I think this is a 6th to 7th end, so Don, he'd still be in. Good jump. You're still in a bad situation even if you correctly predict the command grab and jump out. It would still be busted even if you got a full jump and punish on him. If we jumped out of the command grab, it would still be really stupid and good. Oh, that would be a pretty easy way to nerf Gane. Is to nerf the command grab. Yun probably, honestly, should not have a command grab. It's kind of stupid that he has that. It's fun. It's kind of stupid. Balance-wise. Yun's command grab follow-ups are usually pretty innocent. Not as good as Yang's. Oh well.
You win. Fighters ready. Engage.
That was a good empty down kick. That was actually the solution that Vampire Savior had, I think. I don't know if it's fully universal, but most characters have command grabs in Vampire Savior.
Are you ready? Go.
I think most of them are real short range, though. Also, the game doesn't allow you to get close very easily, in general. Which command grab? Doesn't Victor have a grab where he throws you with his ass? Is that the one you're talking about? He like grabs you between his butt cheeks and tosses you. Pretty good throw animation. I don't remember if that's a command grab or his normal throw. Or a normal throw, I should say, since I think characters still have several normal throws in that game, SF2 style. The reset. I like that. That was really smart. Unfortunately, didn't have enough engaging time to quite get a kill. Oh, GG.
You win. Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
I remember a lot of serious fighting game players talking shit on DOA. I don't know if it's actually bad. But I remember a lot of people saying it's like a 2-button fighter, or it's just rock, paper, scissors, or shit like that. Or it's just titties. It's just titties, there's no reason to hate a game. I remember people were nicer to Virtua Fighter. I know there's a lot of like good Japanese pros who started a Virtua Fighter, which is pretty neat. That was probably, I don't know if that was punishable per se, but it wasn't a good dash punch, I'll put it like that. Meaty command grab is safe and also beats parries. It's really important to throw that in there every now and then, Sabuki. Just to make them regret life. Make it harder to go for wake up parry at all. There's probably like a Discord for Virtua Fighter now. Just go join that. I wouldn't have spent that meter. Imagine if that was followed by a super. Imagine if you got that low parry into super. It would have been over.
You win. Are you ready? Go.
The double jabs in the shoulder are usually only used to build meter. Kinda weird he did that full confirm because I think he had the bar right.
Fighters ready. Engage.
God, kinda scary. That was a fast shake. That universal overhead has to be manually timed. So it was kind of fun doing that shit. I do a lot of manually timed universal overheads. Good place to show some skill. Is that really kind of crazy? Are we talking about the same company? Sega has abandoned like every IP it has. Top to Zender. He'd already have Gane if he got it. Yan is so good at stalling and getting meter. Remember when Sega announced PSO2 for a Western release and then went radio silent for 8 years? I remember.
You win. Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
In 2010, they were like coming 2012, PSO2. And then 8 years of nothing. I wish they just would have deconfirmed it. If they deconfirmed it, my friends and I would have instantly gone over to the Japanese version and played it. That parry's... it was a cool parry. If you're gonna go for that parry, you're almost better off not jumping. If you're jumping and doing jump parry and Ken happens to hit you with that EX Tatsu, that's the best way out, don't get me wrong. But you get put in a shit position. You get meter for the parry, I guess. But the parry still, you know, the EX Tatsu could come in a lot of different times. So it's still kind of a guess. That was an EX something that Ken woke up with. You would think it would be an EX TP, but that would have beaten the jab. EX Tatsu and EX Fireball were both horrible ideas there. That was a punish. It was a really bad fireball. I can't believe it took them as long as they did to give Ibuki a ground kunai throw. That's a really cool move for her to have. The new special moves are pretty neat in general in Street Fighter V.
You win. Prepare to strike. Now.
It makes a lot of sense for Ibuki to have that air kunai throw and then also have a ground kunai throw. You want to know the funniest thing about PSO2 is when it got released in Southeast Asia, they translated it to English, like the official dev team. I think in the corner you get EX shoulder into a follow-up, right? Yeah, it's EX shoulder that much. So there's just like a canon, like a legit English translation already out, already finished. Just chilling, doing nothing. So stupid, I feel. I just wish they told us why. Anything that's not radio silence. Was that a crouch fierce? I haven't seen that button in so long. It's like Yun's secret button. Not that it's good. Aggressive! Going for parries when you're in Gane is very, very, very risky. Very hungry. You could get thrown. Most people won't throw you there. But the parry that you're going for could be a high or a low parry. Ken could have done stand strong there. He also could have done low short. Or low forward. You see what I'm saying? You're banking a lot on that parry. He went for a long series of parries too. Very, very aggressive. Borderline stupid, perhaps. Is Ritual on the golf game? No, Ritual on's like the Gundam one, isn't it? It's like some kind of Gundam arcade game.
You win.
Oh, it ended. Alright, hold on one sec while I find something new to put on. Oh yeah. Look at these two. I'm one of them plebs who refers to any giant fighting robots as Gundams. Look, it's Nishikin. This guy makes Blanca look so fun. Nice combo. I think you can do Staying Fierce into the V skill, and then on hit you can do punch, and on block you can do hop away. But it's not that. Hop away isn't exactly safe. Let's put it like that. Staying Fierce into crouch into hop away is generously slower than even Staying Fierce into hop away, which is still punishable. I think this costume low-key deconfirms Ingrid unless they give Ingrid a design overhaul. That was a nice juggle. He was probably better off not using the second DX. That was a nice reset. It was probably correct to do the first DX only and then have the... That's gonna combo. Oh no. I don't really like that either. Oh, that was a good reset. Good attempt. He actually made the comeback.
Round one. Fight.
Are we talking about Ingrid? That is Ingrid. She's only been in 1.5 fighting games. She was in Capcom Fighting Evolution, which is a game no one played. And she was in the PSP port of Alpha 3, which is a port no one played. I think she's relatively similar in both games. She's got some really interesting moves. Her quarter circle back kick is a bit similar. I think it's quarter circle forward kick is a bit similar to some of Kareen's moves. Visually anyway. She's got a fireball. It goes like from her to like mid-screen forward, but if you throw it upward or like really upward with the medium and heavy versions, it goes a lot farther. So it's like a fireball that goes far, but it's an anti-air and doesn't go very far at all if it's grounded, which is pretty interesting. And then she's got a move where she kind of flips upwards. It's DP plus kick, I think. It's like a flash kick, visually, and probably functionally too. And then she's got another move where she kind of twirls towards you. That's very much like Lily's move of similar move. Oh, nice. He's using that VT2 real well too. Having a parry is not that bad. I shouldn't say not that bad, but you know, having a parry is useful. Nice. It's obviously better than not having a parry. It's hard to confirm it, but you know, merely having it is quite good. Capcom Fighting Jam. No, Capcom Fighting All-Stars is the game you're talking about. Whoa, bit weird. He was going for like a crush counter juggle, I guess. I think even with the VT1 nerfs, I'd probably pick VT1 as Kareen, but I don't think VT2 is unusable. The problem is there's still a lot of risk to going for stuff like blocked Mujin Kyaku or blocked for Senha, even if you have the parry. Like, it's still not like free or anything. Thanks for subbing. It's still risky as fuck to go for those moves, even if you've got the parry to save you some of the time. It's just not mathematically very good, since the parry could also bone you. Since the parry's crush counter punishable in reaction. Uptime, huh? I am 3 hours. using her parry at all is like it invites danger. It's good in matchups where you have something you can parry on reaction. Like if you use the parry against like fucking Abigail charged Fierces or something like that, it's probably pretty good. That was cool. I was wondering how you could kill there.
Final round. Fight.
I was playing Maple. Yeah, parries are like almost there. V-triggers, they've made like 70% of the journey to where they should be, but not 100%. The thing about V-triggers is that I feel like just activating them raw should be like a not terrible idea. You know what I mean? Maybe, I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna say this right now. Maybe V-trigger activation being a Roman cancel was a mistake. Maybe they should have been like CC activate in Alpha 3. In Alpha, I guess, in all of them. Or like EX activate, Excel activate. Yeah, that would be nice. Raw activate for additional VT time. VT... I'm not very fussed about it as a mechanic. I think V-Skill is a pretty shit mechanic. Or rather, it could have been really good, and instead it's usually shit. I think VT is okay, but it could have been a lot better. If you replace it with another system, I would be happy. Most of the things I like about Street Fighter V are not related to the new system direction. Or not the V system, rather. I like the visible dizzy bars. I like the 3-bar supers. I like the input leniency. I like most of this stuff. I like the 50% minimum damage on supers. Most of the changes I like quite a lot. But the V system is not super interesting. Or fun. Oh. Not a very good punish. It's kind of funny seeing optimal combos with... I don't even think that was optimal. Actually, it might have been. Normally you see double Tenko there. Or like Tenko into Light Mujin or something. Nice. Great health on block normals is okay. I have no strong feelings, positive or negative. I like chipping with only super. That's pretty cool. Oh, that was such a cool idea. It was his own inexperience, though. That Blanca ball was never going to hit him. He should have been able to react based on the speed and the distance. I really like the AE damage nerf to V-trigger activate combos. That feels amazingly refreshing, to be honest. Is that gonna hit? Yeah, look at that. That looked kind of deep. That looked kind of late. Still got it. Good shit. That's a good Korean player. Who's this? Could it be Tokido? Every character in the game is fucked against every version of Akuma when it comes to chip out. So Akuma's chipping ability is way stupid. Oh, that delay was magical. was nice. Oh no. Good punish. Good lord. Low strong does more damage than low forward. And he was, I don't know. I don't know if he could have done low forward, low jab over. Got spacing. Took you to hanging around the range where slide would be safe and moving in and out of it. I don't know about pretty underwhelming. It's definitely worse. But he's still like one of the only characters with true Oki on throws. And it's for forward throw and back throw. And it works mid-screen. That's pretty good. That ain't useless. Especially for a character with a good meaty mix-up. Shelter playthrough? That sounds fun. Shelter's a cool mon. Cloyster's like the secret Pokemon. Cloyster's been really strong every single gen. Most people don't really realize that it's a good mon, but it's really good. Between amazing defense and spikes and shell smash and skill link plus icicle spear and ice stab. Ice stab is a mixed bag, let's put it like that. But like Cloyster is actually a super good mon. Immaculate spacing. How does Tokido do it? That was like on the pixel. It's hard to say. I genuinely think VT1 versus VT2 is like a player preference for Akuma in most matchups. I think VT1 is obviously better, but the price like kind of evens it out. VT2 can do some really neat stuff. With like white damage. And with setups into EX Demon Flip. Oh no. That one was short.
Round one. Fight.
Taigu Mahara? Meme meme? Me. Meh, perhaps if it's Japanese. Why is that his name? Ah, no punish. Too low shorts probably wouldn't have been very good punish anyway. Goichi plays Ibuki and Chun-Li? No, but not in Chun-Li. Is that right? Who does Goichi play? He used to play Chun-Li. But now I'm not sure. But yeah, he plays Street Fighter 5. This should go. Wee.
Round two. Fight.
I was watching archives recently of Magnus Carlsen, famous chess player, #1 in the world right now in chess, I think, playing online, and his fucking username was Dr. Drunkenstein, and it made me realize that, like, you know, your username can be anything, no matter who you are. Both VT1 and VT2 have their strengths and weaknesses. VT1 doesn't last nearly as long for Akuma now. That's kind of a big deal. You lose more V-meter doing ground and air fireballs. The big pro for VT1, besides the damage you get from DP and the ability to do demons at all, the best thing about it is what if we did light flash kick there? He would have juggled the EX flash kick and killed instead of doing EX flash kick in the first place. Doing a blocked air fireball is basically a free mix-up on every character in the whole game. Like, it's completely free. Like, most characters can do nothing about an air fireball. And then as soon as you make them block it, you're frame advantage and light point blank. It's literally just like, hey, you want a free coin flip? Here you go. And you can do that like 3 times with the Akuma VT1. But you used to be able to do it like 5 times. And if you get the air fireball to hit and you do like a full combo, now you only have like 1 more air fireball left. If even. That would probably just break the game even more. Nice confirm. Stun should probably be less match deciding, not more match deciding. A stun should probably be an extra 200 damage onto your combo, not like an instant win. I would kind of like a charge, but that might make the game even more rush down. But it'd be kind of cool if you had like a, like Felicia's little thing where she just like generates meter. What if you could do that in this game with V meter, as like every character? What if you could drop juggles prematurely to just get charge time? But that would encourage rush down, so maybe not. But it's just kind of a neat little thought. Yeah, like Tsubaki. Imagine if every character had a book they could read. That would be kind of fun. But I don't know how much people would do it, because like already most V-skills have like some juggle component that people never do. Like Ibuki and Karine can both juggle into their V-skill and get V-meter like that. People don't do it. People just take the damage. This game's existing mechanics don't really leave a whole lot of room for a new one, unfortunately. I actually feel like parries would have worked pretty well in this game's engine. Definitely some characters would need an overhaul. Neat. That probably wasn't to punish. Sometimes when you do something really unsafe, you're like freaking out about whether you'll get punished or not. Not that that was really unsafe, but you know, you're like focusing and holding down back. That may be what happened there. Abigail is probably not even #1, but he might be. He is really stupid, but he's not really, really strong. He's just really stupid. He just breaks all the rules of the game. But he's not like busted. He's just unfair. You know what I mean? Not overly powerful, just doesn't play by the rules. His matchups tend to be kind of extreme. He's got some matchups where he's kind of bad and some matchups where he's really, really strong. That guy plays so clean. Oh, I like that. Up and down. Early round 2 super is the way. Had to be good at Street Fighter. Early round 2 super. That was probably a punish. I would unironically add a parry to this game. But it would probably have a tiny, tiny window. Like 2 or 3 frames. So it'd be pretty easy to time if it was a true meaty. But it would be really hard to pull out in neutral. And maybe you couldn't do it midair. I would probably overhaul some characters' normals to make it more parry friendly too. That's if I could change this game. I would add a parry. Sakura. NL. This guy's a good Kami. This is a matchup I was struggling in recently. Oh, that's why I was struggling too. Now I feel better. Oh, yep. That exact thing. That was probably an unsafe dive kick, to be honest. Damn, thank you. Love me some positive feedback. Low jab, low strong. Ooh, back fierce. Or that's even better. Each Nissan. I need to change my Sakura voice to Japanese because her Japanese voice really is better. That was out of range for stand short, I think. Ooh, the anti-cancel. You know, maybe 3 separate uses and beef skill punch every time is the best. I might start doing that from now on. Ooh. Then again, he only got 2, so definitely ending the second one with DP would have been good in this instance. But hindsight's 2020. Sakura's plus, I think, 1. Oh. Or maybe plus 2. Yeah, stand light kick into VT Tatsu is insanely powerful. It's like the standalone reason to pick VT2 with Sakura. What that does to your neutral and to your combo routes is completely bonkers. It looks like he has to... It looks like he's struggling with anti-air a lot. He's lost so much HP because of that. This is over. I tried to dash under, or I tried to walk under a Sakura DP recently as Sakura, and I couldn't actually make it under. I should have tried dashing. But walk under didn't work and it made me sad. I was just holding forward and I didn't actually go under. This feels like one of Sakura's bad matchups. I also don't like Guile. Those are the 2 matchups. Those are the only 2 matchups where I really feel like I might be at a disadvantage. So far everything else feels pretty good. There's actually a lot of matchups where I feel really good about the way it plays out. Where they might be just a winning matchup in general. Nice. Crouch Fierce? I would have done Crouch Fierce. I would have gotten more damage there. That looked like not a hard DP, that looked like a medium DP. Ooh. Is that a failed hard DP? Or was that just a very strange decision? Anti-air drill works, but it usually gets a smidge of damage and no more.
Round 2. Fight.
A second super is like the most not a good idea for this game. Every super already does everything. There's literally no reason to add a second super. They could do it, they would just need to break up well, that was unsafe. That was a medium Tatsu, I think. It didn't look like a hard Tatsu at the first it whiffed, it looked like a medium Tatsu. They would need to break up the uses of a super. They would need to like make it so supers did fewer functions. You know what I would actually unironically like? This is what they should do. They should make double EXs. They should make moves that cost 2 EX bars to do. There, I said it. That's what Street Fighter 5 needs. We need something that's like more than an EX but less than a super. We need some extra level there. That is what's missing from this game, is double EXs. There's a lot of damage right here. Stand jab is extremely dangerous. Oh, that too. Stand short. He didn't even go into the DP. The DP probably would have just killed by itself. He made him watch the whole animation. No, it wouldn't be like FADCs, but they might create juggle states. Like, imagine if Sakura's EX Tatsu. Like, picture Sakura's EX Tatsu in Arranged Edition, or what's it called? Fuck, Mysterious Mod. Remember that shit? You can cancel the V skill, right? Imagine if that was a double EX. I would still use that even if it costs 2 bars. If I could get mid-screen V-skill after a Tatsu. Maybe each character gets like 1 WEX move.
Round 2. Fight.
USF4 Omega had that, and it actually worked really well. The 2 EX bar moves were really good. BAF Cup would be tomorrow, but if I have a BAF Cup, which I probably will, I will not enter it probably because I have no controller.
Final round. Fight.
I'll do that when I'm not currently streaming. Kinda like that overhead. He could have died though. Okay, we can just punish overheads with like Stain Fierce. It's kinda nasty. I'm not going to do a mysterious mod tourney. It's too early. And I'll also like force people to install a game. And also I'll have like I'll only have PC players. So all in all I'll probably have like 3 entrants.
Round 1. Fight.
Kinda name is Crab Warrior. I like it, to be honest. Say medium kick that good in this matchup. He's having a lot of mileage out of it. Very bad punish. Very cute. Oh, that works. He had the time to do that. It wasn't like he let the opponent fall too much. If the light Tatsu works, then you always have time for the DP. That was the wrong combo. It might not kill because of that. Whoa. He shouldn't have done jab, he should have gone straight to short into Tatsu. Or just, you know, done jab into Tatsu. The fact that he did 2 cut his damage down quite a lot. Added a lot of scaling for not very much damage. And then he could have done the DP and it probably would have killed or nearly killed. Where's the fucking crouch fierce? I've trained myself to do that. Crouch fierce after a block spiral arrow always works. Maybe it's like a bad spiral arrow. And that was a bad spiral arrow. Uh-oh. Oh. I probably wouldn't have done that. I probably would have done the punches. Oh no. That was dumb on like 2 levels. Maybe it was an accident.
Final round. Fight.
April 3rd? What? Why wouldn't it be at the end of April? I don't really like using V-bar for anything other than what they already use it for. V-bar is already overly strained. There's already too much to use it on. If you added another thing, then people would never ever use V-triggers. Or else they would never ever use the new thing. Because they'd be competing too hard.
Round 1. Fight.
They would need to like increase the amount of V meter you built if they were going to add a new way to spend V meter. Or they would need to make it so you could still build V meter while you were in trigger. I feel like some triggers are already like that, but I don't know if it's all of them. Oh, they would need to make it so all V triggers cost 2 bars even if you could store 3 or something like that. People use V versus only when they absolutely have to, but like, I don't know. 2 things is already so much, I feel. 3 would just push it way over the limit, in my opinion. People will go for one or the other. Especially spending a single V bar. If there were 2 good things that both cost 1 V bar, I can't see people using triggers. Like an offensive and a defensive one especially. Sometimes it's a lot better to be offensive, sometimes it's a lot better to be defensive, and that's why V-triggers and V-reverse is supposed to see use. But if there was like a V-combo system, that would just be another offensive thing. Stand medium kick, I've been noticing that myself. It does look quite good. Poking with stand medium kick to preempt the jump or to counter poke. The actual solution to V-skill, the true blue solution to V-skill, is to make V-skill way better. To make way more of them for every character. To make it so every character has like 5 V-skill attacks. Or like 5 V-skill uses, like utility-wise. If you look at Akuma's V-skill, you can use it as a parry, you can use it as an anti-air through the armor into punch for reliability or kick for reward. You can use it in the middle of combos. It does so much, even with a very simple attack. You can like whiff it into demon. And then you look at fucking Urian V-skill, which I don't even think is that bad of a V-skill, although I would definitely call it low end. And it does fucking nothing. Its utility is like very matchup based. I'm down for an area of V-skill maybe. For like a character, I don't know about every character, but one character would be kind of cool. I think a regular juggle would have killed there. Tricky. I've said this so many times, but I will say it one more time. Jin's drive is the ideal that all V-skills should strive to. Blast Blue Jin. His drive is what V-skill should be. Jin's drive is an attack that is his signature, and it has a lot of different types. All themed around the same thing. Like you've got like a fucking standing D, you've got like a crouching D, you've got a towards D, I think. You've got like D versions of your special moves. And they're all themed around freezing. It's perfect. A manual host for 44 viewers. Neat. Thank you. Yeah, it's not that unique. Drives in general is the system they should strive for, but Jin's drive is a particularly good example, I feel, of what like V-skill should have been. That's a weird ender there. You get guaranteed Oki after that. Spend the bar on Oki. The damage isn't even better to use that move, but you get the Oki. And the Oki is extremely valuable. Is there a single matchup where Kimmy struggles to play footsies? Maybe Abigail. Maybe Brady. Kimmy doesn't really seem like the kind of character who struggles, if you know what I mean. She doesn't really seem like a struggle kind of character. Dude, there's someone here named Sloth King. How can I compete? Like, what do I have compared to an actual Sloth King? That was a punish, I think. And that was a nice little combo. He could have done one jab into a V skill if he was absolutely 100% on the ball.
Final round. Fight.
On the ball, as it were. On the orb. This is like the very worst position Minot can possibly be in. Not having your orb and being cornered. Whoa. He didn't have a EX, so he couldn't do an EX rider there. The EX rider would have killed. Or rather, it would have stunned and then the following combo would have killed. That was nice using the slide to dodge the fireball return. The slide is probably fireball invincible. I'm guessing.
Round one. Fight.
God's Guard and PS4. It's gotta be Kazu. Oh wait, I read the title, it is Kazu. Old Zeku I feel is okay, but he's too committal. It's hard to actually use the quarter circle forward kicking. Look at that. Wee. BT2. The up kick too. Look at that. That's cool too. He could have done the TC there and thrown her into the corner. That'd been pretty nice. Young Zeku is okay too, but he's too, he's not versatile enough. Young Zeku is a bit like Guy. Old Zeku is not very much like Guy at all. Nice. Making that look pretty good. You don't have enough like frame range attacks, I feel, as Young Zeku. You've like only got low, strong, and stand strong. Then Young Zeku has like no reversal. His combo options are a bit, they're very uniform. This is VT2 Kimmy. Oh yeah. How many times can you guess right? That was a hit he got hit out of. I was curious that was sweep into VT2, because that is horrible on hit and block.
Final round.
I feel like Old Zeku could be a standalone character. I think Young Zeku actually has more to do than Old Zeku, like in terms of like number of attacks. But Old Zeku feels more rounded to me. Wow. Kenny players complain about that normal. Damn, I got a sub from the Soft King. I like the run stuff a little bit. I mean, there's footage that exists to find me having it. Should I put it on? There's like footage of him recently. I shouldn't say recently, I don't think I've seen any since AE. Didn't catch the cannon spike. Super. Yep. That's pretty cool. Man, Kimmy really does die before she can activate. Everyone was right. Well, not that I said they were wrong or anything. But 3 bars is just a little bit too much for 900 HP. I know it's a percentage you've got to lose, but you know. Kimmy can just die sooner. Kemi can die without getting an activate. I actually feel like her VT2 is pretty much perfect for last ditch activation, since it's just a series of fucking 50-50s where she's taking massive risks. It's like your big chance at a comeback. Just a comeback V-trigger. I forgot he had that. Fierce at the V-skill. Yeah, that's the real problem. Kemi can be killed sooner, even disregarding the fact that it's percentage based. 30% Kemi can die more easily than 30% fucking Abigail. I think people are a little hard on Kemi VT2, but I'd almost always pick VT1. A lot of people are acting like it's really shit, and I don't know if I think it's really shit. But I don't think it's very good. I don't think it's unviable. It would be a really nasty V-trigger if it was 2-bar, let's put it like that. Yeah. It's actually doing real well in this matchup. You do get quite a lot of damage with Zeku's VT2. I can't even lie. It adds an appreciable amount of damage. It's a lot stronger than his VT1, unless you're going into super. You want to see Colleen, huh? I can make that happen. That was a punish on the wall jump, I think. Yeah, I love that. It's a good normal. Yeah, unfortunately to use it in a situation where you can't be anti-aired is really, really hard. Since anti-air kind of fucks the mix up. Since your anti-air will never ever go under her. Zeku VT2 should just be invincible. That would actually make it really good. That's like the one change they need to do. It's already crush counter punishable, you might as well make it invincible. If it was invincible, it'd be a pretty good trigger. I don't even think Jury's VT2 is the worst trigger in the game. I actually think these two are both worse than it. Every single V-trigger in the entire game, as they are right now, would be busted if it was 1-bar. Like, literally all of them. Even if 1-bar V-trigger was nothing but an install, it would still be really good. Even if the V-trigger did literally nothing. Even if it was Fong VT1 without the poison. And if it was 1-bar and gave you a Roman cancel, it would still be really good. Zeku VT2 is probably, in my opinion, the worst, although I don't think it's unusable, since it does give young Zeku a pretty good anti-air, which he normally lacks. Young Zeku's anti-airs are normally shit. It's also nice in matchups like this, where the opponent has a way to alter their jump arc. Peter doesn't have a V-trigger at all. Fake news. You got a long Oki time, even if they quick stand after a successful VT2 with Zeku. Which also means that you can swap forms back to normal, I think. The Shout is pretty mediocre as Nikali, and the Stomp seems to be extremely garbage. I don't think it really matters at all because both of them are bad. So you can really pick either one. But I do think you should pretty much always pick BT2 because it's a bit better. Look, it's Colleen. Also, I gotta take a leak. Be right back.
Round 2. Fight.
Imagine if Sakura had Fireball into BT1 as an activate combo. I'd really like that. That would be a really nice little change. I would probably pick BT1 in all matchups if she had that. Maybe not all, but that would be really good. Like fucking Akuma and Ryu and Ken. Like every other Shoto. You cannot convince me that Peter's BT should not be a gun. That's cheap! That's some cheap shit. That was max damage and he still couldn't kill.
Round 1. Fight.
That was a bit weird. I wasn't doing anything around start. Still not doing anything. Here we go. Rashid BT2 and Colleen BT2 both seem really strong and technical. And I like that a lot. I wish more VTs were like them. But I would definitely delete Colleen's cross-up V-trigger in the corner. That needs to be destroyed. That's nasty. That shouldn't be in the game. That should have no cross-up hitbox. That's fine, I'm down with that. She can have that. Yeah, she's got some non-corner setups. It's nasty. She shouldn't. That's so awful. Yaxla parry was very, very brave there. Colleen cannot parry projectiles, and I'm 90% sure that Manat's orb toss is a projectile. However, the ball normals are not, so you should still be able to parry them. That being said, the parry is punishable. And it's kind of hard to get a read on a limb sometimes, so, you know, people don't go crazy with it. That's so big. I really like the forward dash element of Colleen's V-trigger. Most of the other stuff about it is pretty nasty.
Round 1.
I like the momentum she carries in her forward dash. I think it's really cool seeing like forward dash, low strong, low fierce, and then linking forward, forward fierce, V skill. Colleen feels like she got a lot of personality with the new patch. I don't know if she's really strong. She seems to be. But it seems like her whole moveset got glued together by her BT2. Like all of her moves are suddenly working in tandem. Everything suddenly makes sense, I feel. I feel like Colleen was a mishmash. And then Colleen BT2 suddenly posed. It showed all the relevance of all the attacks. This outfit was almost her default, apparently. Or at the very least, her default outfit almost had cat ears and a tail. They were this close to giving Minot cat ears and then decided that there was no reason she should have cat ears, since she's an ordinary human. Albeit psychic. But it would have been pretty sick to have cat ears.
Minato wins.
More Colleen, huh?
Round 1. Fight.
Felicia actually is canon in the SF universe, so I don't know what to say. Darkstalkers and Street Fighter exist in the same universe. I wish they'd just bite the bullet and make a new Darkstalkers game. That looks quite easy to react to. Probably not a whole lot of mix up there. It's not actually Anacaris. It's Anacaris' fucking bitch. I forget her name. She's in some of his attacks. Like ES moves and stuff. One of Anacaris' bitches, more accurately. I don't know about all the Capcom stuff being shared, but definitely Final Fight, Darkstalkers, and Street Fighter. I don't know if we can definitively say that Lost Planet and fucking Monster Hunter exist in the same universe as all this. But there's a little bit of crossover here and there with Darkstalkers and Street Fighter. Not a lot. Donovan is related to Dan. That's one that most people seem to know. But timeline? I don't know. I don't know if Darkstalkers is modern. That was cool! I didn't know that was a thing. What? Kunai Ikinaga with one kunai into command dash from certain ranges links into DP, struggles into DP. That's really cool. You get on with the tech. What was that, Selby? More original outfits for Chun-Li. Alright, I'll tell Capcom. Tricky. That's an OS, I think? I don't actually know the mechanics on it. I think she can only cancel the super if the kunai goes away. Or like something like that. So you can do kunai, and then if it hits a poke, you get the super, and if it doesn't hit a poke, you get nothing. They're really like shitting the bed on jury costumes, I feel. Although to be honest, a lot of people are kind of shitting on the Lilith one, but I like the Lilith one. I think it's cute. I'll see if I can find a Bison, but I won't look very hard. I think it's beyond her normal cup size. I think it's a step down yet. Jerry was small-ish in Street Fighter 4, but Lilith is fucking flat, just outright. They did a decent job with every aspect of Ibuki in this game. Ibuki was well handled, well adapted. Everything Ibuki in this game feels very Ibuki. Tricky. I don't know. I think a 2-bar BT is just a lot better on a low health character. And I think the first bomb is way better than the second. And her BT2 is like just the first bomb but cheaper. It might be player preference. I think a lot of people are... I think BT2 is a little falsely inflated for Ibuki right now. It might be just always the preferred one. Like even like a year down the line. But I think one of the reasons a lot of people are picking it right now is because the setups aren't super well known. So people are getting a lot of success out of it. But that'll change a little bit over time. But I don't know if that'll mean the bomb goes back to being like good. Probably not. Demon is pretty nuts. I kind of like how locked away they made it. Demon is really good. Demon's honestly probably busted in Street Fighter 4 even when the cost is super duper high. In a game with 4 bar supers and like, you know, DPF ADC. Demon is still bonkers in that game. Very underutilized. It's kind of a weird follow-up. Yeah, if I made Demon, I would have made it so you couldn't combo it from a crumple. But, you know, that would have been a pretty big nerf. Since that's like his main way of actually landing it. Huh. I don't really like no follow-up. All the Tick Demon setups still work, and actually some more ones work. So, Demon is like stronger than it's ever been in this game. Legit, the best Demon setup was probably Iwariu's towards me aim kick though. Because that dodged lows and throws, and it was advancing. He can spend another bar here. He didn't need to. I thought he needed to kill. I was curious to see whether he would or not.
Final round. Fight.
Oh, it dropped. That normally works from the around that far away, I feel. Painful. Kochia. Oh, that's... how do you drop a kill like that? Stand roundhouse leads to the world. He could have just done stand strong into heavy hands.
Pauline wins.
That's one of my most circulated videos. I guess just because Gutex is in it. I don't remember it super clearly. I remember that it happened. But I haven't watched it in a minute. Look, it's Infiltration playing Jury. Infiltration is genuinely like the fucking Crota of Street Fighter 4 and 5. That was a bad, that was the wrong EX firewall. God, fucking her forward dash is so good. Yeah. That's not as risky when the shuriken's on its way back. That's the thing to consider with that V-trigger. You don't get punished as hard. Well, it depends on your EXDP, I guess. Not too risky at all. How do you get that motion? I'm pretty sure he could have killed without using EX if he just did the hard version of that. Didn't matter. Puncture engine is pretty good in this game. I don't know what you're on about. My only complaint with FSE is that it kind of consumes bar really quickly, so you don't get to use it for that long. Alternatively, you don't get to use it that much, depending on how much you actually use the cancels and whatnot. Oh, that was heavy. He could have had a V-trigger combo for maybe the kill. Good lord. Good lord! Shut the fuck, couldn't I? Pre-mix up. Yup. You could almost scared. I don't know what he could have done there. Block was obviously probably the safest thing. Towards the roundhouse might have worked. Jump was very risky. Infiltration's character picks are always weird as hell. He likes a character that's underrepresented. No doubt. He also likes dashing around. If you get a mid-air connect like that, it becomes really weird to juggle. One of the two hits of... I think the first hit adds like a shit ton of JP, but it adds no JP on a grounded opponent. Nice. It was like an OS. Low forward into light DP, and then he reacts to a successful empty cancel with the super. Light DP into... Ooh, nice. Light DP into super is hell on the fingers, I feel. That was good to get out of the corner, even if he got punished. A lot of damage here. Or not. Yeah, you gotta spend a lot of E-meter even doing that confirm. Oh, he cut it really short there. Nice. That was an Ikinaga into V-skill that you got hit out of with that fireball. This looks like a high quality upload right here. I gotta click on this one.
Round one.
That's Human Bomb.
Fight.
Yeah, Jury's kind of mean to your fingers in general. That was weird. Down medium kick beating a like a non-anti-air poke. I quite like Kikosho. It's really neat. It's a neat V trigger. Oh, let's kill. Yeah. He had to be waiting for a DP. He had to try an EX DP any Kikosho he saw. If you asked me, I would have said that Kikosho is nowhere near as good as VT1. Just guessing. But almost every single Chun-Li seems to have moved over to Kikosho. So I think it's pretty safe to say I was completely wrong. I do think Kikosho is really good, but it seems like a 2-wire V-trigger to me. Or it seemed, would be more accurate. You do get quite a lot of damage out of it. The main thing it does that's really cool is it gives her a nice conversion from pokes. Chun-Li gets a lot of errant pokes, and she can't really do anything with that, except with VT2. It kind of emphasizes her character in a cool way. But also it's got some versatility, so you can kind of open the opponent up with it, which is nice. Oh, what the fuck? I was wondering if that would be a punish or not. It wasn't a punish, but he got the CC because Infiltration did something that wasn't a DP. Good shit. That wasn't even max damage, was it? No, it wasn't. That wasn't even close to max damage. Max damage would meet the light legs. That's a nice cross under. I wish I could play Chun-Li like Human Bomb. Oh, that was cool. Didn't work, but it was cool.
Round two. Fight.
Yeah, look at that. That's the buff. That can be +4 now. You get a lot of damage out of that. Literally added 100 damage by making it +4 instead of +3. It's the optimal way to get a stun. 1 bar is good here, I feel. He didn't do it. That's weird that he didn't. That's like -2, I think. Crush Fierce on hit. Pretty sure. Not good to end a combo with that. That was almost definitely a mistake.
Final round. Fight.
I feel like Human Bomb's SF4 Sakura was almost as good as the Sakura can be in that game. I don't think Sakura is super good in USF4. But Human Bomb was hitting like the human limit. Sakura has like good frame traps, but her neutral just suffers so much. You need to have good neutral to be a good character. And Sakura's neutral is like the worst of like any tournament viable character.
Round one. Fight.
Imagine if Momochi mained Cody. Suddenly got a lot of buffs in Season 3. I thought she would pick up a lot. I thought she'd be like, oh, that punishes quick stand. I thought Chun-Li usage would shoot up in Season 3. I'm kind of surprised people aren't playing her more. I think she's actually really good. The worst characters? Most people would probably say Dan. Let me think. I gotta actually reflect on that one a little bit. Hakan had a very difficult time for almost every version of the game. I don't know if I'd really call him the worst in USF4, because he was actually nicely buffed by then. But he never had any tournament success at all. DJ is a decent candidate for one of the worst characters, although he's been having success lately. T-Hawk is a very strong candidate. T-Hawk is truly shit. Honda, I would agree, Honda. These are all really bad characters. Blanca is maybe up there. It's one of the worst characters. Let me think. Oh no, I need to look at a character list. I've been thinking just a little bit about selling the Omega guides for $1 a piece. But I've only made 2, and they're both secret. I wanted to have a nice buffer zone when I actually start making them. But so far it's just 2.
Round 1. Fight.
That's fairly accurate. Blanca was designed to be annoying. This nostalgia outfit looks pretty good. Are her tits big for this outfit? I like the jacket so much with the sleeves. That looks fantastic. This is like a truly perfect outfit, I feel. This maybe should have been her default, although I don't mind her default. This would have been better. They took an already perfect Street Fighter design and made it even better with that jacket, I feel. There were a lot of characters who were like moderately functional but had giant counter picks. Sim was one of them, so was Hugo. So it's like theoretically that they could do well, but if they ran into the wrong matchup, they just lost. Yeah, Goken was a bit like that. Very skewed matchups. Very strong or very bad. By Ultra, Jury and Goken were a bit similar. They had a bunch of like special moves that basically did nothing depending on the matchup, or were pretty good. And then they had really good zoning, which mattered a lot or a little depending on who they were fighting. Jury was a bit better though. Pretty good punish.
Round 1. Fight.
That wasn't a punish. That's just fireball recovery, pretty nice. I wouldn't really call the dive kick that imposing, but definitely the movement was good. The forward dash and the up close tools were a lot better than Goken. Her normals were a lot better. It's not like her normals were even amazing either. Goken's were just kind of shit. Goken not only like Goken's normals didn't really. They had a lot of dead areas. He didn't really have a normal that went very far, and also most of his buttons were kind of similar. Like there wasn't that much difference between like stand strong and stand fierce and like low fierce. You know, he had a lot of just like relatively powerful cancelable attacks. Sandstorm had a link with it, so you used the link. Crouch Fierce, I think Force Stand? I don't even remember if it did or not. He didn't really care about Force Stand that much. His best poke was probably that, or it might have been Low Short, because Low Short was really good too. I feel like Dan's normal should be comedic looking. I want them to be functional. He can look like he has no idea how to fight and still like fight well. Just make him good on accident. They did a really nice job with what's her name? Alice? The fucking Fatal Fury character in KOF 14. The girl Terry. Who's actually not that much like Terry at all. They did a good job making a character who looks like she has no idea what she's doing, but still having like effective-ish attacks. Yeah, the dive kick was good on characters who had to rely on anti-air normals. I shouldn't say good, but it was functional. The jump dive kick was pretty shit. The jump down medium kick or whatever it was. That one was pretty bad. But most jump down medium kicks were pretty bad. Evil Reese was okay, Akima's was kind of bad. Twins had good dive kicks anyway. Rufus's was completely stupid. Rufus's entire character premise is, can we make the stupidest dive kick in the series and still make him a functional character? Imagine if that Izzy. He still would have wanted it, Izzy. These are nice replays. Ooh, look at this one. The big man himself, Itabashi Zangief. I would pay like $1 to watch this in a tournament. And yet here it is for free on the internet. An online match. Itabashi Zangief versus Infiltration for a solid 4 minutes. No, Bazooka Chin. That's like so close to a good idea. A good thing that Alex players have that they never do is normal throw. Like offensive normal throw. Command grab is very unsafe. But people already don't tech throws from Alex very much because Torrid Spears is good. And because command grab can't be teched. So a really good idea is to use normal throw because it's not nearly as risky. Oh, you want to play though? I can play you. I guess. No, I can't play right now though because I don't have a controller. I could play, but it'd be shitty. I wouldn't play very well. Dash into normal throw is pretty fucking good. I was just trying to think of a thing that most Alex players don't do that would help. Looks like he tried to jump immediately after that, but the reverse still hit him. I think I could have jabbed that jump. Oh lord. That's not correct. Serious DP is real. Easy to forget. Why is this literally the first ever time I've seen someone type Kekken for Tekken? That's funny as fuck. I bet people say that all the time, but I've never seen it. Kekken. don't know about beating Giles, Alex, man. You come to the wrong person. Find someone who knows about that matchup. What kind of rank are you? I could probably beat Giles up to gold with Alex. But once we're into platinum range, I don't really know. Alex is not that great. Oof. I guess patience is how you beat Alex. Is how you beat Giles in gold. Need you jump fireballs. Take your battles really carefully. Watch. Try to convince him that you're not coming in and get him to throw a fireball. Kind of get him to get into fireball spam mode, and then sneak in your jump. I think Alex struggles in that matchup, so I don't know. If you're losing the Guile and there's still more than 30 seconds left on the clock, then you could stand to slow it down some. If you're gonna lose to Guile, lose slowly. Like really, you should be playing slow as fuck in that matchup. Oof. That most delay. Trying to catch that jump over. Abigail armor adds up real fast. I do appreciate that. You can get a lot of white health really quickly. And then you have this shit. Alright, so what I was gonna say about Dan is one of his V-triggers should be him being possessed by the ghost of his dad.
Abigail wins.
Getting put into 50-50s against Guile? Don't get knocked over? Don't jump in and get flash kicked. Guile can't push that many 50-50s without VT1, I feel. How does he get them? What leads to these 50-50s? Because I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Hey, look, it's gunfight.
Round one. Fight.
Like, yeah, it's pretty shitty having to deal with either a throw or a toys around house. Oh. That's a hard question to answer. There's no way to play guesses better. I shouldn't say there's no way. There's like little ways to play guesses better. If you do like wake up block into backdash or like wake up block into delayed uppercut, that'll beat a lot of messy guessies. But the whole point of a mix-up is that, you know, if you're in the situation at all, it's a coin flip. You have to look at the things that lead to the 50-50s. If you're not quick standing, quick stand. If you're like getting anti-air that leads to a 50-50, don't jump in. Like certain attacks lead to 50-50s, and you need to not eat those attacks. If they're getting 50-50s from a dash, and then you need to use your pokes to control their movement a little bit. I love that combo. Oh my god. Techie Chasey.
Final round. Fight.
Yeah, you have to play the matchup. You have to play the 50-50s mathematically. Not all 50-50 options lead to the same things. A throw does like 140 or whatever. And most frame traps can lead to like up to like 300, 400. If they're big beefy frame traps. Can't do anything against jump ins. Anti-air. Crouch Fierce got a lot better. EX knee is a good anti-air too. EX knee is like an actual good anti-air. The only problem is the cost bar. The angle could maybe be a little bit better too. But it works pretty well from close in my experience.
Round one. Fight.
You know you can steer crouch fierce, right? I've met Alexes who don't know that. Down back and down forward fierce both have different angles. I got upper body in the new version though, so if you haven't been using it because of Season 2, it's actually a lot better in Season 3. No, you gotta do down back fierce for close jumps. It's pretty good, I promise. If it's like super duper close, you can jump with them. That works as any character. Jump back jab, jump back strong, jump back short, something like that.
Round two. Fight.
If we're talking about like anti-cross-up stuff, that works pretty well. Also, jab got nerfed as a regular anti-air, but it's still pretty good as an anti-cross-up. Like that, literally what we just saw. They made jump heavies better, but no jump heavy is a cross-up apart from Fong. So jab is still good against cross-up normals. Jump back is a really good anti-air against cross-ups. You'd be surprised. Jump back instant button. Jump back instant light. If you do it as soon as you see the jump, it has a great success rate.
Round one. Fight.
It was Daily Dose colored Alex. Get dashed at. You land at like the same time they do. If you're getting dashed at, then hit a button. Whoa. If you stand medium kick or crouch strong at the same time that they dash, you're gonna beat them. Cross that bridge when you come to it. Focus on the successful anti-air and then deal with the following mix-up. Because you just got like, you know, 40, 50 damage. And you're put back in neutral.
Round two. Fight.
This is Street Fighter 5, hit buttons in neutral. Like fast buttons. Even if they wouldn't hit. Even if you're like this far away, it's okay to hit jab or short. And they'll stop the dashes. And they're not very risky. This is a game where whiff punishing is really hard. See that stand jab? He just whiffed the stand jab and he still managed to block the slide. See that crouch jab? Ooh. Wow. Kind of tempting fate with all those. What? I've been in the jump back anti-air like a million times, and I can safely say that I know that situation perfectly. Nothing about Alex's jump makes it different from any other character. If there's a miscommunication here, it is not on my end. That shit works, I promise. You landed almost exactly the same time Ken lands, except you land pretty far away from him because you jumped back. Whoa, kind of weird decision. Maybe an accident? Nice.
Round one. Fight.
Did juggle. You want the Yoki. Usually I'm like it. This Alex could stand anti-air a lot more. Kind of self-cornered there. Maybe not the play. Don't like that at all. I think early light knee might work against close jumps too, but you need to be really early because it's not invincible. But it's still got a good enough hitbox so you can anti-air with it. Mochi's playing pretty disrespectful.
Final round. Fight.
That's a really hard question to answer. Are you too early or too late? Because my advice is literally if you're too late, do it earlier, and if you're too late, too early, do it later. It might be Chocoblanca, dude. We don't know. Hi. Jump back strong.
Blanca wins.
Oops, I accidentally clicked on this Ryu versus Tokido footage.
Fight.
Mash throw is rarely good advice in this game. But I guess if you're dead certain they're gonna throw you. Walk back is pretty good against stick throws. People don't tend to go for lows that much after a block normal. Like almost ever. Depends on the character. And walking back will get you out of most characters' walk-in throws. Because most back walks are fast enough for that. So I would say if you're anticipating a tick throw in this game, the best option is to just walk away. That's actually mad good advice, by the way. Doesn't work in the corner. Smart. If I had some EX2 plus footage, I would probably put it on.
Round two. Fight.
I fought a really good Ryu recently. It was kind of neat. That was a medium red fireball. Tokido was trying to get him to parry 3 times. That was kind of cool, actually. Parrying red fireball is actually pretty risky. Because you don't know if it's 1, 2, or 3. Nakuma can sweep you. If you do 1 too many. And if you do 1 too few, then one of the hits of red fireball just hits you. That's a legit mix-up, actually. Normal timing tick throw and delayed tick throw. That's like, you know, no one can tech perfectly against both. Or maybe you can tech perfectly against both. That's a bit dishonest. It depends on the presence of the shimmy. Depends on whether he's throwable. If it would be the early one timing.
Final round. Fight.
Laura does not seem to be very popular. Is Laura just the new Mika? I think Laura's pretty nasty. She's kind of unfair. She's got some setups where it's like, have you seen this? If no, then you lose. I don't know if she's that good. Maybe. I can see her being a pretty good character. I don't know if I'd put her top 10, but like I wouldn't rule out the possibility that she's top 10. And then also messy guessies. Is he spotting the difference in red fireballs based on travel speed? Is that a thing you can do? That's cool. All moves that lead to a 50-50 on block need to be abolished from the game. Flat out. There, I said it. Even if they're EX. Even if they're EX and use up a kunai. The only move that should lead to a 50-50 on block is a move that's unsafe in and of itself. For example, a jump in.
Final round. Fight.
Oh, he guessed wrong. Or didn't react or whatever. I will give a minor exception, maybe. No, I don't know. I feel like grapplers should have plus frame moves that push out. Towards Fierce and Headbutt are already pushing it for me. Those are already too stupid. EX Lightning is like +2, I think. I forget the exact number. I think it's +2. It's called Thunderclap, I'll have you know.
Goki wins.
How do you feel about Fox? Look, it's Nem Bison.
Round one.
I think I once knew that it was +3, but forgot. I think I knew that back when I played Laura. That to stand strong as a frame trap. Hell, that into St. Pierce is a frame trap. Just the worst one. They need to destroy space animals. They need to destroy clones in Smash. Tired of clones. Delete them. I can't believe we still have clones in Smash 4. I thought that shit was fucking hardware limitations. Give me one fucking reason that Falco doesn't have multiple jumps. Not that I would approve of any buff to Falco, but you know. Nice. Good shit. Every single fighting game is just a fucking party game that people manipulate to be a competitive fighter. What the hell do you think Street Fighter 2 was? Everyone always says that about Smash, but it's true for literally all fighting games. Pit Negro. Do people call him that? Is Dr. Mario still in the game? Dash in, dash out.
Round one. Fight.
I guess clones are better than fucking, you know, not having more characters. Clones are better than a small roster. I like clones a little bit. I like the concept of head swaps. Ryu and Ken style characters. I just feel like they share a little too much in Smash. The B moves are nicely differentiated, but the A moves aren't always. So who do you guys want for Smash 5? You're not allowed to say Kraid. You're maybe allowed to say Ridley. The double dash. I would react to that so slow that I would still block the right way.
Round two. Fight.
K-Roll is an okay option. I would not be mad if they added K-Roll. I would not be mad if they added Nekuma. I would be fucking elated if they added Jimmy Neutron. I think Akuma was banned in Super Turbo. I would call that a change to make it competitive. Smash just has to do it more because there's more elements of randomness, but that doesn't like devalue the game. Let me think of characters I really want. Squall. They can do that. Let me think, let me think, let me think. Oh yes, Crystal. I actually hate Crystal. Ooh, look at that. I hate everything about Crystal.
Round one. Fight.
I hate Crystal in her series. Imagine if the fucking next Smash update was Dio Brando and Shrek. I would buy it so fast. Klonoa. I'd be really down with Klonoa. He's, is he Konami? Who owns him? I feel like he's not Konami, but I can't think of who he belongs to. This game was on the Wonder Swan. Who owns the Wonder Swan? Namco. Oh, that's like... He could be in there. Pac-Man's in there, right? From Threads of Fate. Never ever. Mint is one of my all-time video game waifus, I can't even lie. Mint is perfect. I mean, I wouldn't really call what I'm doing analyzing. It's more like it's just kind of on.
Round two. Fight.
I unironically, genuinely want Waluigi. I wouldn't even be mad if they added Waluigi. I would be happy. Waluigi is one of my most anticipated characters. I fucking love that guy. I love everything about him. Me. Waluigi does not have a backstory. Simon Belmont. I wouldn't even have Simon, I'd have fucking Richter. Richter best Belmont. Okay, I want Mother Brain, but I don't want Mother Brain as the fucking thing in the jar. I want Mother Brain from Captain N the Game Master. That would be my perfect character. Why come EXD and flip slide its boss? Because you spend a bar and because you don't get a mix-up afterwards. Oh wait, do you? I don't remember. I have no good explanation because it's stupid. It should be like minus. These characters are cool.
Round one. Fight.
So the opening lyrics to Danny Phantom. Dude, imagine if they added Dante to Smash 5 and then he had 21 B moves. Bomberman would actually be pretty cool. Yeah, the main character from my upcoming game. No, I didn't even find it.
Round two. Fight.
Zeku's pretty cool, he just needs a buff. I don't even know if he needs a buff, to be honest. Probably. Character that wouldn't upset anyone. That is really hard, isn't it? It's like impossible. No depth. That could be fixed with a buff. Any unblockables? Yes, there were a good number of them. There were certain jump-in attacks where if you blocked left, it would hit you on the right, and if you blocked right, it hit on the left. And I think there were also certain unblockable attacks, jump-in attacks, where you just couldn't block them anyway. Like, regardless of which way you blocked, it hit as a cross-up, but couldn't get blocked. They mostly revolved around air normals with hitboxes that went straight down, or like moderately behind them. Cute. But they were kind of nerfed out of the game by delayed stand being added. We had Zeku's VT2 doing a lot of work just recently, actually. But it's probably the worst trigger in the game, and they probably weren't thinking. Well, I'm just saying it has viability, at least versus Kami. It was working really well. He could use it, young Zeku could use it to shut down literally any Kami jump. You guys want some food for thought I saw on Twitter? Everyone who doesn't own Undertale is sans Undertale. Can I get a thinking emoji for that one? Is it really 8? Or are people just memeing? Corin, Robin, other Robin? Marth, Roy, Lucina? That's like 6.
Final round. Fight.
Oh yeah, Ike. Forgot about him. That's 7, counting both Robins. Air Score War got a lot better in the latest patch. Although maybe it's still not perfect. I would actually play a Fire Emblem Fighter 2, to be honest. We got too many lords. You know? I would have liked a thief or a mage. Neat.
Round 1. Fight.
I'm sure there's at least one thing that your swordsman me can wear to look like a Fire Emblem character that's not in the game. I'm down with Ike. I'm down with Corrin. I'm down with Marth. Should have ended there. Those were the 3 Smash characters that should have made it. Maybe Robin too, I guess. Ike is getting more and more irrelevant. It's awkward. It's awkward when you got a character in a fighting game who's there for legacy reasons, like Jigglypuff. I mean, Jigglypuff hasn't stopped being a Pokemon or anything, but it's such a unique gameplay style. Kind of like that. Fuck Chrom. Chrom would be more of the problem. Maybe it should have been Chrom instead of Marth, to be honest. Marth should have never been in the game. Chrom should have never been in the game. It should have just been Lucina. And then, like, Lucina should have had an alt that was Lucina with the mask, and it should have said Marth. The actual Marth, fuck him. Lucina could have been your Marth. Dude, Jigglypuff is cute as fuck. Somehow they've made Jigglypuff significantly cuter every single Smash game. I don't understand how they did it. Real mess shit. That's gonna work. Good shit. Wonder if we could have teleported. Doesn't look like he committed. This said UI. I think you spelled it right.
Dalton win.
Damn, that's a pretty low level. You're real close to Ryu. Look at these two. Okay, I've been struggling with this matchup. Ryu versus Daigo. If I can't learn here, then I don't know where I can learn. Alright, Simon House, that's the key. Ah, who jumps in? That makes it so much harder for Sakura. I need to throw fireballs to counter his fireballs. It should be illegal for Gal to jump in. Oh my god, this looks so hard. Okay. Oh yeah. When the jump in has no reason to work, but it still works. Whoa! I like it. He went straight for it. He didn't wait a second. He wasn't like, I could win this without super. He just went right in. Like, here I go. I'm pretty sure all of Smash is a marketing ploy. There, I said it. Now you know. No DP. I'm sorry you had to find out through me. But literally the entire reason for every single character's inclusion in Smash is to promote them. The characters who are series mainstays are series mainstays to get people to buy the game. And the new characters are characters to get people to buy their games. This whole time, Smash has just been one big marketing ploy.
Final round. Fight.
Shit, donut. Captain Falcon is in Legacy territory. And Duck Hunt and Ice Climbers are cashing in on your nostalgia, therefore making you buy the game. Wow. Good shit.
Round one. Fight.
That was a bit early to pull out the EX flash kick, I think. I think he could have taken another throw and then still threatened it. But that's why it worked, is because he did it before it was necessary. So I don't know. V-trigger DP goes through fireballs. It's actually not even that hard. Like, it works from surprisingly far away. That's a strange question to ask. Probably not. I haven't hosted any yet, and nothing changed. 350-50 anytime you get someone to block that. I think I saw Sakura as Ponzu for a second there. Ooh. Yeah, that's it. That always combos. It looks kind of jank, but it works. EXDP and VTDP both go through fireballs. You can do them pretty reliably at this range. It's gonna... Oh, the backdash was so smart, but he hit the DP. Backdash DP was the correct play. What an it here.
Guile wins.
Ices are a cool idea that was horrible in execution. Is that a Fong player fighting Daigo? It's Dusk. It's Dusk Games.
Fight.
I actually like Sakura more now than I used to be 100% honest. And one of the reasons I like her more is that she can't do long combos. Well, it's not so much that she can't. It's more that that she works like other characters. He lost a hit there. For new players, there's an execution roadblock for me. I'm not new. I just didn't want to fuck around with that. Sakura is like one frame links the character.
Round two. Fight.
There will be an ordinary backup this week. Nothing special will happen. Oh, Ices. Ices are stupid. Would you say that Ice Climbers are the Dark Souls of Melee?
Final round. Fight.
I made the joke first. I never found execution to be a very interesting comparison of skill, to be honest. It can be kind of hype seeing people go for a combo that most people can't do. But it's not very fun to play. I don't really feel good hitting a 1-frame link, to be honest. Got him.
Round one. Fight.
There's definitely still character-specific shit. It's just not character-specific combos. There's a lot of character-specific situations. More than like there's ever been, maybe. There are a few character-specific combos.
Round two. Fight.
But not many. There's like a handful. I can count on one hand all the ones I can think of. Like, Rashid EX. I think Rashid EX Eagle Spike into hard spinning mixer doesn't work on Chun-Li and Cammy. It's like a super small list though. Character specific combos.
Final round. Fight.
Garo is like, if you like Third Strike, why would you play, or not why would you play Garo, but it's like, if you're complaining about not enough fighting games being like Third Strike, Garo is like just Third Strike again, but with even fewer players. It's like, hey, I like this game, play a similar game that's like this, it's like, it's similar but it's more dead. I don't even have anything against Garo. It's got some cool mechanics. Dead Strike's 2 dead. Oh, play this additionally. Even more dead game. Will there ever be a Skullgirls 2? Is that a thing? Is Mikesy planning on doing that? I will probably make some videos using the 30th anniversary collection. Much more than that, no promises. I will finally have Third Strike practice mode on my computer, on my PC. Which is something I've never ever had. Although I did use that walking. I did use cheats to emulate it.
Fawn wins.
Let's watch Micross give his opinions about esports. Taquito versus Ada? That's good. That's some good shit. Pretty sure we like Ken here. Look at that. Gonna hate staking on my health though. Oh, look at it. It's all gone. Where are the cancels, Tokido? That has combos. Oh, this is season 2. It's alright, it's still a good set.
Round 2. Fight.
You could fuck any character from Skullgirls. Who do you fuck? Damn, how are you not gonna block that? This might be pleb, but I'm gonna say Philia. I'm gonna say Philia, but she gained 30 pounds. Philia, but more chubby. Yeah, look at that punish. It's like -7, I think. Big band. Beowulf. I can get behind Beowulf, I can understand.
Fight.
Skullgirls is neat because it has like 9 best girls. I think we've had like the entire female roster listed now.
Round 2. Fight.
I'd give Philia the business and I'd make Simpson watch. You'd have to be into some weird shit to say Pinwheel. Is that a punish? It probably is. Good lord. That's gotta be like -7, that fireball. And that's like a 5-frame super, I think. It's pretty fast anyway.
Round 1. Fight.
I don't know what you mean by zone game. I do not know this game. Oh, that zone? Good lord.
Round 2. Fight.
Tokido hit combos. Low strong into low strong and then fucking towards fierce into nothing. I've never actually watched anything Zone made. My friends every now and then talk about a Teen Titans animation, but I've never seen it. He like makes porn, right? And I'm pretty sure the porn is very on model. That's like all I know. If that was light DP, it would be dead. Said he did hard DP. Which does less damage, and Ken is alive. Couldn't that have been a teleport?
Final round. Fight.
I used to watch Teen Titans in the good old days. It's a good show. I watched all of season 1 and all of season 2. And then I fell off, and then I found out there were 5 seasons, and I was like, good lord. Why is it the DC animated universe is so good? I've never seen anything bad that was DC animated. Why can't they get that team to make the fucking... to script the movies for the, you know, live action cinematic universe?
Round 1. Fight.
I don't even know if Teen Titans Go is shit, I just know that it's not Teen Titans. But like, I mean all the movies and stuff. And also Teen Titans, I guess. There should be a fighting game that's entirely brown girls. What do you guys think of my idea?
Round 2. Fight.
How would you guys feel if in the new Smash Bros. They added Hulk and Elsa and Spider-Man? The problem with Black Panther was not enough of the characters were women. It should have been like an all-female roster.
Fight.
I haven't actually watched Black Panther yet. I haven't even watched fucking the new Thor yet. I need like a We Was Queens superhero movie. This is Ada versus Tokido. This is a relatively high profile match. Dude, there it is. That's it. That's what the game should be called. It shouldn't be called Smash 5. It should be called Hulk, Elsa, Spider-Man, Smash Game, Funny Kid Loving, Brown Girl Fighting Game, Dumb Jokes Video today. Even though the video today is just me making it.
Goki wins.
I want the AE stuff. I went back too far. I think this is all just fucking Season 2 all of a sudden. Donkey Kong Country 3 in 53 minutes?